Hi everybody, so this is your bonus little Zoom class, pre-record, which I've not done before, so it's going to be interesting. Just to keep you going for the week that I'm away in Italy, hopefully learning and getting very inspired, that's what I'm hoping for. So I just realised I've left my map box on here, so get yourselves ready. I hope that the sound is too echoey in here, and then big empty room, which is a bit echoey, but it's all fine. So let's start as we always do, sitting, simple cross legs. By the way, this class is only going to be an hour. I'm just going to do a nice gentle hour for you, just a nice flowing practice. I want you to kind of use this practice kind of like a home self-practice. So I want you to, get into the idea, I'm still going to be in your ear, but of the idea of just getting on your mat and just seeing what feels right for you. Because that's what I'm going to do. I've just taught a class and now I'm recording this, and I'm just going to do what I want to do in my own practice and help you can just follow along with me. So there'll be a few bits and pieces, and what am I going to do? But okay, let's make a start. So come to sitting. We'll always start as we always do, sitting in simple cross legs, letting the knees descend down, just finding our center, finding our base, focusing our attention into our physical bodies, bringing that awareness from the outside to the inside, leaving everything on the outside, just bringing your awareness, zeroing in on this moment on the mat. So, fingertips on the floor, on the bricks beside you, elbows back slightly through the shoulders, so nicely open, and lifting gently through from the base up to the crown. So pressing the fingertips down, lengthen the back of the neck, and take a nice long slow deep inhalation. Inhale fully. Release the breath down the back of the body. Nice surrendering breath. And repeat. Let's do a few deeper breaths. So inhaling again. Just taking your time just to really focus, bringing oxygen into the body, releasing toxins with the exhale. And then bringing your breath awareness into the back ribs, into the side ribs. The eyes are closed. And then a last final deep inhalation, and as you exhale, really releasing the shoulders down back. Gently taking hold of the core, bringing the palms together, thumbs to the breastbone. And I want you to stay. I want you to take yourself through that awareness from your toes, up through your legs, into your pelvis, up through your center core, solar plexus, into the heart center. Let the heart center energy radiate out across the chest, down the arms, up to the fingertips, back of the neck long. Gaze down and in, just focus on the flow of your breath. Bring yourself into the moment. And now let's bow the forehead down. Lengthen the back of the neck. Ease through the legs, just let the hands rest down. And then another big deep inhalation, slowly open the eyes. Bring yourself back into the room. Okay, so let's start off as we always do. Interlace the fingers, push the palms away, and outer elbows strong, collarbones broad, and then take the arms up and over, reaching up tall, bring that length. And even though the arms are up, see the shoulders come down the back, keep the floating ribs in, take a breath in, lifting up. Exhale, arms back, with the exhale, release the arms, come down. Good. And now let's come forward. Anchor yourself through the thighs, lift up and over, and come forward. Back of the neck in line with the rest of the spine. Ease yourself through and forward. Surrender your body down. Feel the space in the back ribs. Feel the breath into the back ribs. Again, broaden across the tops of the shoulders. Breathing into the thighs, into the hips. And then easing yourself back up to sitting. Okay. Ease the legs out, recross the legs the other way. Knees down, interlace the fingers the other way, palms away, elbows in, collarbones forward, core engaged. Up and over, lifting up, find that release in the neck, lengthen up, nice and tall. Breath in and lift up, exhale, take the arms back, keep the neck soft, and at the end of the exhalation, bring the arms down. Again, anchor yourself through the crease at the top of the thighs. Lift up and over that crease, fingertips in front, walking forward, lengthening forward. Belly button gently engaging. Push the belly button back towards the spine. Feel the sitting bones still firmly down. Breathe into the hips, release into the hips. This side's tougher on the hips because this isn't your chosen first cross-legged way. So give yourself a moment or two to just breathe into that side. And then inhale and lock yourself back up to sitting. Okay, so let's release the legs. So we're going to release the neck first of all. So I'm going to move the grips out of the way. I'm going to bring my belt into play. Sorry for the cross. And we're going to bring that belt around the back of the body and over the shoulders. So if you've not done this before, most of you will have, you find the belt and you're going to have it right around the upper back. So nice and high, right up in the armpits, clamp it under your armpits, throw it over the shoulders, and then cross over at the back, and you're going to hold that. And I want you to sit on your heels. So you're going to be sitting with the heels together, not apart, but together. If that's tough, then just sit in any way that's comfortable for you to sit in an upright position. So have those heels together, sit down, nice and upright. Okay, and then drawing the elbows, drawing the hands down, draw the tips of the shoulders away, back of the neck nice and long. So just feel that length, feel the spine growing up through the neck to begin with. And then we'll just do a very easy turn. So let's turn the head over to the right. Look all the way over. So you are in control of how much pressure you put on those shoulders. And make sure you're not on the collarbones, but right on the tips of the shoulders with that belt. And then draw a line with your nose, horizontal line, and look out over your other shoulder until you feel the stretch. You may feel where tension is lurking in your neck and in your shoulders. And then back to center. And then looking at the wall in front of you, trace your mind's eye, or trace your actual eye, trace your actual eye, up to the ceiling, get that nape of the neck into the body, so don't crunch the neck, looking up. Keep the pressure on the belt, on the shoulders. And then tracing your eyes, look down along the ceiling, along the wall, down to the floor, and then trace that line all the way up until you're looking right down into your lap. Really draw the chest up towards the chin. Good. Okay. And then a slight release on the belt. So just take it easy here as you take your right ear down to the right shoulder. There's very little you need to do on the shoulders here because this is a big enough stretch. You feel it right from the tip of the shoulder all the way up to the ear. And then over to the other side, left ear down to the left shoulder. And then back up to center. Good. So let's release the legs. Sorry, release that belt. Okay. So I'm going to come onto all fours to begin with. So come onto all fours. We're going to get the breath flowing. We're going to open up the shoulders, and we're going to do cat-cow pose. So I want you to make sure that your shins are firmly down, broaden across the collarbones, engage the core. So as you press the hands and the shins down into the floor, you feel the belly button drawing in up towards the spine. So that's the way you want to keep it. And we don't want to crumble into the lumbar, we want to get to a nice action, a nice flowing action through the whole spine as we do our cat-cow pose. So take a nice inhalation. And with the exhalation, let's round the back, let's expand the dorsal spine up towards the ceiling, back let the back of the neck lengthen, press in, pull the belly button up towards the spine. And then inhale, look forward, broaden the collarbones, get the dorsal spine into the body. Lengthen, lengthen, inhale. Exhale. So carry on at your own pace for a few more rounds. Sucking that belly button in, pressing the shins down. Inhale, really broaden the chest, let the chest come forward, let the shoulder blades go down into the back. Lovely, long, slow, deep exhalation and inhalation. Good, okay, so continue on for another couple of moments. Making sure that you're releasing through the neck. Good. Okay. So now, I want you to come into puppy pose. So we're going to open up those shoulders. So I want you to walk the hands forward, walk the arms forward. Now the important bit here is to keep the belly button drawing tightly in. To draw the belly button in. Push the sitting bones back, back. And let the armpits open down towards the floor. So first of all, let the forehead come down. Then see if the chin will come down. Push the sitting bones back. Push the shins down into the floor. Open the arms, roll the upper arms away from the ears. Yes. And then when you feel like you've given those shoulders a good old stretch, walk yourself back up to sitting. Just sit back on your heels, just relax for a moment, just feel the effect that's had onto the shoulders. Really nice. Okay, so now we're going to go even deeper into the shoulders. We're going to go to thread the needle. So this sort of gets the shoulder blades really working. So let's take the right hand through, thread it through, and take a shoulder down to the floor, the ear down to the floor, and keep stretching this finger forward, keep stretching it away. And you feel that stretch coming through the upper back. So take your time, be patient, just stay here for a moment, also getting a nice twist through the upper back. And feel into that right shoulder blade. It's almost like doing a very extreme Gomka and Garuda-asana on this side. Good. Okay, press the left hand down, back up, and then find your square again, find yourself on all fours, engage the shins once more, and then bring the left hand through. Left shoulder down, take the left shoulder as far through as you can. Really stretch those left fingertips through. Stay a few breaths. Engage the core. And then pressing the right hand down, back up to your all fours. Okay, so when we come to lightning pose, just for a moment, just to wake up the feet. So tuck your toes under, have your shins and your feet parallel, maybe a little bit closer than you might for dog pose. And tuck the toes under. Then bring the weight back onto your heels. Now, if this is super uncomfortable for you, then just pile bricks in between. You know, you can have 3 bricks. It's still going to give you the same effect. So it's still going to bring the weight up. However, hopefully, the majority of people bring their heels, the hips right down over the heels. So don't crumble. Feel that length still in front of the body. Make every toe join in. My little toes always try to escape from this one. They think they can get out of it. But no, I'm going to draw them through. And then I'm going to bring my weight back up over the heels and lift from the pubic bone. Lift the arms forward and up, lengthen up. Let the weight come through to the feet. So we're really focusing on stretching the feet. Open, open, open. Good. Hold for as long as you can. And then come back down. Tuck the toes back under, sit back on your heels. Give the feet up, give the toes. So those toes have woken up. Hello, toes. Okay, so we're going to come straight to down facing dog now. So find your distance, get your big dog pose distance in your child's pose. So make your child's pose really nice and active to begin with. But stay in child's pose for a moment. And just really with hands extended forward but light on your mat. Feel those shoulder blades really activating, sliding away from one another. Feel the length through the lower body, through the lower back. Really enjoy that for a moment or two. Again, you can pop bricks underneath in between the buttocks and the heels if you need to. Okay, then back up onto your all fours. So spread those fingers wide, engage every knuckle. Stretch the thumbs back. Really spread the palms and draw that energy up the arms to the shoulders, to the core. Tuck your toes under, those toes have woken up, so hello. Yep, they're ready to turn under once more. And then engage the core, lift the hips up, come high up onto your toes. So high up onto the toes, get that length really strongly from the hips to the armpits. From the hands to the armpits, from the armpits to the hips, lifting up and pushing back. And engage your core, draw the belly button in. Keep the inner edges of the feet strong, keep the weight even across the toes, and then, keeping their sitting bones lifted, lengthen the heels down towards the floor. So keep the hip bones open and lifting, the core engaging, the back of the neck soft. Stretch from hands to hips. Release the head. Really let the head hang. Really let the head hang. Let the back of the neck be super soft. Roll the upper arms away from the ears. And you can start engaging that by pressing the root of the first finger down, rolling the inner upper arms away from the ears. So hold your dog pose for as long as you're happy. Get a nice stretch through the back legs. Press the front thighs back. Press the shins back. So hold for another couple of breaths if you can. If you want to come down, then come down. Sit back on your heels. But there is something to be said for staying just a little bit longer than you might normally. Just a little bit, just a couple of breaths longer. You think, now I want to come down. You think, okay, I'm going to take 2 nice, long, slow, steady breaths. And you stay. And then you come down. And then you really release. So sit on your heels, or if sitting on your heels is tough, lie on your back and hug your knees in, and just let the arms completely relax into child's pose. So the shoulders release. Okay. So we've worked a little bit into the shoulders. What I want to do now is come from down facing dog into up dog. So There's a few little things that we can do here that are going to help us. And one of the things we're going to do, actually let's do it from the floor to begin with. So what I want you to do is put your block, a couple of bricks at the back of your mat. It's going to be for your feet. So you're going to lie down on your front. And I want your big toes, so just have your big toes and the front of your arch on the mat, on your bricks, okay? Then bring the hands right back, so quite far back in line with the chest. Now then, activate the legs, press the big toenails down into the floor, into the brick. And now you're going to press down the hands, you're going to press down the pubic bone. So lengthen the tailbone towards the pubic bone, really try and lengthen the lower back there. Take a breath in and exhale, press the hands down, peel yourself up off the floor. So everything comes up off the floor, the pubic bone still descends and draws up, the tailbone comes towards the pubic bone. Now push your big toenails down into your brick and lift the trunk, lengthen the chest, broaden the collarbones, look up into the wall in front of you. Yes, get that upper back, and then you can bend your knees, come back down, just lie on your front. Rest your head down, take a moment. So you feel that lovely heart beating. So from here, we push ourselves back onto we can push the bricks out of the way, make them bend anymore. Because now we're going to come back into down facing dog. So just push yourself back into your child's pose. That's also going to just release the lower back a little bit. If you found that up facing dog went into your lower back, you'll know it now because it will be a release in the lower back as you release through. Okay, so we're going to come back into down dog and then come through into up dog. And I want us to just focus on those big toes, big toenails pushing down into the floor as we come through into the up dog. So let's come into our down facing dog. So lift the hips higher, take the heels down, engage the core, floating ribs towards the hips towards the floating ribs. Really lengthen from hands to hips. Now really engage the thighs towards the thigh bones. Press the shins back strongly. And as you come through into kind of tuck the tailbone under, broaden the collarbones. Find that. Now come onto the tops of the feet, engage the big toenails and lift the chest forward. Lift the chest forward, resist, keep the tailbone tucking under, push the big toenails down. Good, then roll back over onto the toes and push back into down facing dog. Let the back release. Good. Okay, so let's just walk forward now. So walk your feet forward still so you're in Uttanasana. Standing on your feet, hips right over the feet, and front of the body. Okay, so let's get a couple of bricks now. So you might want a couple of bricks, you might not. It depends on you and your hamstrings. But I want you to go from Uttanasana to Ardha Uttanasana. So we're lengthening forward, and it may well be that your Uttanasana is high, your half Uttanasana, half forward bend is high, that's absolutely fine. So let's work with the breath again. So as we are up in our Ardha Uttanasana, we're going to take a nice long deep inhalation, really lift the front of the body, and then as you exhale, come surrendering down into the full Uttanasana at the back of the neck, surrender. Inhale, and as you come into your Ardha Uttanasana, lead with the crown of the head. Really coil up, lift the breastbone up, open the front of the body. Inhale, exhale, fold. And as you fold down, let the belly fold onto the thigh first, then the floating ribs, then the chest comes down, and then the shoulders, then the neck, and then the crown of the head. So just continue on in this way for a moment. The kneecaps are drawn up fully, the thighs are engaged. So from wherever you are, inhale, Coil up the crown of the head, here's the chest, here's the belly, looking up, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, fold all the way down. Back of the neck. Inhale, looking up. Take your own time. Go at your own pace. And then exhale, fold all the way back down. And then stay down. Let the back of the neck release. Lift the shoulders up away from the ears. Release. Good. Okay. So bring your hands up onto support if you have it. If you want to bend your knees before you come up, then that's absolutely fine. Don't want to put any strain on your back. Okay, so from here, I think it's only sensible. We do a few sun salutations. So I'm just going to change my camera angle a little bit. Excuse me. Oh, very professional. There we go. All right. So, sun salutations. We want to get a nice flow going. So I'll talk you through as many as I think is sensible. But I really want you to just, most of you know this pose, this sequence really well. So we'll do maybe 2 or 3 rounds of just straightforward, and you can add in the chaturanga if you want to. If you know where it comes, then add it in. I'm going to do just a very simple version with no chaturanga. And we'll do 2 or 3 rounds, and then we're going to start adding in little extra fun bits and bobs. So you should see. So bring a couple of blocks just for future reference, if you like. Okay. So standing towards the front of your mat, in the center of the mat, interlacing the feet together, find a good Tadasana. So spread your toes, stretch your legs up, tuck your tailbone under, engage your core, lift the chest, roll shoulders, extend the arms down by the side, lengthen up. Good. Okay. So we'll start off with Hastasana. Got its name for a moment, arms overhead. So with the breath, always with the breath. Take a nice slow deep inhalation. So inhale, arms up. Look up and lift the chest. Exhale, fold all the way down to full Uttanasana. Exhale. Inhale, look up. Exhale, place the hands, step back into down facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, up facing dog. Come up onto the toes, looking up. Exhale, back into down dog. Inhale, step forward or jump forward, looking up. Inhaling, exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, arms down. Continue. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, step back with the other foot, stand up. Inhale, up dog. Come onto the toes, top fronts of the toes, inhale. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, step forward, look up. Exhale, down. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Go at your own pace. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, step back into down dog. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, step forward, looking up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, arms all the way up. Bring palms together. Feel center. Okay. So just relax for a moment. So we're going to do more sun salutations. But what we're going to do is we're going to add in a few standing poses along the way. So the very simple, easy one is to add in a Paschimottanasana. So when we step back, we're going to, if you've got your blocks nearby, we'll step back, and instead of stepping all the way back into down facing dog, we just keep the legs straight and find our Paschimottanasana. If you don't know, then the beauty of this is that you can watch them do it, and then pause it or rewind it, and then do it again. So if it's not making sense to you, then do use that. You know, you can't rewind me in class. You can ask me, but anyway. So let's go. So standing in a good Tadasana, find the soles of the feet, find the legs, tap the tailbone, engage the core. Arms extend down, crown of the head nice and lifted. Inhale, lift the arms. Look up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, step the right foot back. Step it back, angle it out. Bring your hands onto the support. Looking up. Lengthen the front of the body forward. Now, we'll do a little bit of detail here. So we've got this outer thigh, this back leg, outer thigh coming in, inner thigh pushing back, outer heel pushing down. Lengthening from pubic to sternum, broadening across the chest with an inhalation, and with an exhalation, fold down, fold forward over the leg. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, place the hands, come back into down dog. Inhale, come through into up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward. Now then, back into Paschimottanasana. Let the back heel come down. Suck this front leg up. Draw yourself up onto your support. Find length in the front of the body. Draw the outer left hip forward, the inner left thigh back. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, fold down, fold over the front leg. Let the back of the neck soften. Inhale, come back up. Press the flat foot down. Inhaling once more. Looking up, bring the back leg forward into Uttanasana, in Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale. Uttanasana. Inhale. Arms up. Exhale. Arms down. Okay, so that was a little bit slow because we just wanted to get the details. So now we'll go into it again a little bit faster. Again, if you want to go at your own pace, don't, just turn the volume off, just do it at your own pace or pause it or whatever. Okay, so heels down, strong legs, tailbone tucking under. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, step the left foot back. Bring your hands onto the support. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, Paschimottanasana, forward. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, step back into down dog. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward. Leave the left hand behind. Draw that left leg up. Inhale, come up, power flat back. Exhale, fold forward into Paschimottanasana. Full Paschimottanasana. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, step forward. Now inhale, looking up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Yes. Okay, so you can repeat that. You can press pause, do that a few times if you want to. So now I want to just kind of really show you the way that I do a lot of my practice when I'm practicing at home. Is I do a lot of flow and I do a lot of the standing poses from my down facing dog. So I'll show you. I'm going to have those blocks nearby and we're going to come down onto the floor once more. So get ourselves ready for Trikonasana. We've done this before in class, so it's all good. You know what we're doing. So we're going to come to our all fours, find our distance, make sure we've got good down dog distance. And then take the hips back. Try and see that length you've got from hands and hip. And we try and keep that as much as possible so you've come up already with that straight back into your down dog. Release the neck. Okay, so take an inhalation. On the exhalation, you can swing the right foot forward. Right foot forward. Put the left heel down into Trikonasana. Bring the right hand onto the right ankle. Suck that leg up. Really engage the sole of the foot into the floor. Draw that energy up the arms and open the pose up. Stretch up to the fingertips across the board. Nice and broad. Opening. Yes, enjoy yourself there. And then bring the arm back down. Bend the foot back into down facing dog. Reestablish a good down dog. Even feet, even hands, shoulders rolling away. Breath in. Exhale. Release. Now another inhale. And on the exhale, step the left foot forward. I'm going to turn my back to you now. So place that foot carefully. Back heel comes down. Left hand onto the left ankle. Suck that leg up. Really draw the energy up into the hip. And let that open this top hip come back. Open the trunk, shoulders away from the ears, turn the head if you can, push through the back leg, both kneecaps drawing up, thighs looking the thigh bone. Enjoy that pose. Good, opening up. And then bring the hand back down, bend the knee, and back into down facing dog. Good. Okay, inhale. Exhale, let's bring the the right foot all the way forward. So bring it nice and far forward. Have to keep it bent. Bring the hand on the inside of that leg. Bring the back heel down. So you may be able to get it even further down than you normally do. So this shin and the upper arm are right next door to each other. Open up the trunk, stretch the top arm up, and take the arm over. Parsvattanasana. No, what am I talking about? Parsvattanasana. Good. Open. Good. Bring the arm back down. Place the hands back into down dog. Exhale. Dog pose is your respite. Inhale. Exhale. Step the left foot forward. So step it all the way forward. So keep the groins low if you can. Bring that hand to the inner edge of the foot. Only on the end, if you want to be on the fingertips, not with the heel of the hand. If you want to have support there, then bring them. Take the right heel down. Push the outer edge of the foot down strongly. Turn and open up the chest. Really blossom open. Open across the chest. Turn the arm in the socket and extend over the upper leg. Stretch from the back foot right up to the fingertip. Turn the ribs, turn the chest. Take a breath and then bring the arm down. Place the hands either side of the foot. Bring that foot back down, back into down facing dog. Exhale. Good. Okay. Now come back down, so back into child's pose. Relax for a moment. Relax. So just sitting back in the child's pose. Just looking at the light on this camera, it looks really sort of milky. I was wondering if I put fingers all over my webcam. Excuse me whilst I just give it a little bit of a clean, see if that's okay. Is that any better? No, I think it must just be the light in here. Anyway, you can still see me, so that's fine. Okay. It's funny, it's sharp light that I can see on the camera, but I can't see in real life. Okay, so we've done Parsvottanasana, Trikonasana, Parsvakonasana, and we could do more, but I think there's a really nice way to just sort of warm us up with and feel our way. So now, what I would normally do would be a headstand. So if you do a headstand and you're confident in your headstand, then do one. Find the wall, find a clear, nice open space. If you don't do headstand, I want you to come to Prasarita Padottanasana. So that is with a nice pile of bricks in front of you, not too far in front of you. Come to standing. And then we're going to take the feet wide apart. So wide. Good 5 foot apart. So almost, real giraffe style. Feel it in the hips. Tap the tailbone under. Make the legs strong. Stack the kneecaps up, right edges of the feet down, and the arches lifting. And then hinge forward. Hinging forward until you've created a beautiful flat back. Fingertips onto your support or onto the floor, wherever is easy for you to reach whilst maintaining that length in the front of the body. Keep the belly button drawing in towards the spine, keep the shoulders away from the ears. Now, from here, we want to fold down from the groins, from the hips, and let the crown of the head come down onto your support. Bring the hands back in line with the feet, and let the crown settle down. Shoulders away from the ears. Lifting. Suck the kneecaps up. Let the back really release down. If you're doing headstand, then I want you to tap the tailbone right under. Draw the tailbone towards the pubic bone. Really engage your center core. Shoot the inner legs up to the inner heels. Grip the outer thighs in. Press the elbows down. Press the outer wrists down. Try and lengthen the neck. Sorry, there's a dog barking outside, but silly. There we go. So relax the spine. If you're in your wide leg forward bend, then try to really find length, find release. If you're really feeling it on the inner knees, then just walk your feet a little bit closer in towards one another, pop another brick underneath the crown of your head. And if you can't reach down, if the head doesn't want to go down, then find a chair with a cushion on it and just rest your forehead down so that you're still finding length in the front of the body. I don't want you to be rounding the back to get down. I want you to keep a length in the front of the body if at all possible. Good. So it's quietening, soothing, calming, introspective, coming down into you. So if you're in your headstand, keep lifting your shoulders. Actually, if you're in either pose, lift your shoulders up away from the ears. Good. Okay. I've decided what it is. The sun is shining right into the webcam. That's what's happening here. Sorry, I'm just going to move it so that it's not quite so. Sorry, camera work's shocking. Okay, that's a bit better, isn't it? Oh, that's what it was. The sun was shining right onto the webcam. Okay, now I'm a little bit sharper and a little bit closer. Okay, so when you are ready, come down from your headstand, come up, so strong in your legs as you hinge up from your right leg forward bend, and come up to standing, walk your feet together,
just bring yourself back into your center. And then you can come back down to sitting. And we're going to do a few nice gentle releases, nice forward bends and relaxes before we finish. Hold on, I've lost my timer. Okay, Janu Shasana. So I want us to have Janu Shasana nice and relaxed. So you'll need lots of support. Bring all the blocks to the party. So you can sit on a block and have that. So sitting on a block just helps you lift up. If you're happy to sit on the floor and you can lift the lower back, quite often what happens is sitting upright, if your hamstrings are tight, then you've got this sort of sink and you kind of feel on the back of your buttocks. It may look slightly up, it may look upright, but it's not. It's that right on top of the sitting bones is where we're often. So sit on a block if you can't achieve that, so you've got that nice upright. Sit in a good Dandasana. So make that attachment to the back seam of the legs, pressing well away, lifting up the front of the body, and then let's bend the right leg out to the side. Bring the right sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Now this knee may not reach the ground. If it doesn't reach the ground, then you find a grip for it. And you let that groin descend from the inner groin to the inner knee, and you feel like you're actually doing sort of like a half foot Shavasana, tree pose. Oh, I left that belt all the way over there. Okay, so you need your belt. Should have said. Okay, so let's reassess. So if you feel like you've had to shift a lot, then come back to your Dandasana quickly, and then bend your knee once more. So foot to the inner thigh, knee resting either on the floor or on support. Then catching your belt, catch the ball of the foot, and bring the hands onto the belt so the arms are straight, the chest is open and lifting. Lift, 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 lift. Lift from the pubic bone to sternum. Broadness across the collarbones. Feel those shoulder bones melting. Shoulder blades, they are. Shoulder blades melting down the back. Good. And now, keeping this knee descending down, we're turning the right side of the trunk away from that right leg, lifting up and over, as if you've got a bar in front of you here, lifting up and over, up and over, up and over, come forward. So lengthening forward. Find the toes if you can. If you've come this far and this has happened, the back is rounded, and you've got all the rolls happening here, then come back up to where you were flat. I want you to find that length, find length, find length, find length. Come forward, come forward, come forward. And now we're going to find the support. So it may well be just a couple of bricks, cushion on the forehead, on the shin is going to be enough. Lengthening and releasing. So let the head. Now, if you're a little bit stiffer and you want to, you can create a little support like this. Have a little Stonehenge in front of you. That's also very comfortable. But wherever you are, make sure that your forehead is relaxed and held. So releasing, you could release onto a chair in front of you. But try to maintain a length through the front of the body and a softness in the pose. So you're giving your your right kidney is a big old stretch here. So lengthen it. Good. Okay. Come back up to sitting, and then just bring that knee in and up, and then stretch it all the way. Put a big stretch on it. Okay, so let's go to the other side. So let's bend the right knee out, sorry, the left knee out to the side. Again, support it. If it doesn't quite reach the floor, then support it so that it's landed on something. Let the belly button draw towards the right now. And then bring your belt around the ball of the foot. Have straight arms and find that lift. Find that lengthening. Lift it broad and colorless. Lift, 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 lift. Find that lift. This is the good bit. This is the real money maker, this part of the pose. Finding that lift from the pubic bone up to the sternum, across the collarbones, to keep those shoulders down the back. Good. Inhale. And as you exhale, you draw the left side of the trunk through just a little bit more. Take hold of the foot if you can. Draw the left side through and then slide down the leg towards the foot and then find your support. So it may be that block on its side and your shin is quite a nice way of relaxing the head. So the head is released. The front of the body stayed as long as it could, for as long as it could, and the crown of the head is extending towards the foot. Yes, just releasing that. Okay, so now carefully lift your head, hinge back up to sitting, and extend both your legs out. Okay, so I think we're probably going to call it a day fairly soon. How long have I been recording for? Oh, it doesn't say for some reason. But we're going to now have a little lie back in. So either I want to do Setabandha Savangasana or a shoulder stand. If you feel like doing a shoulder stand, brilliant. Get yourself set up, do that. If, however, you think, oh, I'm knackered, I just want to take it easy, just want an easy life, then I have just the thing for you. So, I want you to bring yourself a support mechanism. So this support, long support, could be a folded towel, a folded blanket, it could be a bolster, but if you've got a really big fat bolster, it's going to be too high. 2 blocks is about right. That seems quite nice. And then you also want to have similar height for your toes, your feet to come onto, so that's going to be there. So watching this and carefully because I want you to do this right. And quite often in class when we're doing this, I have to say no, shoulders on the floor. Your shoulders have to land on the floor. Move this out of the way so you can see. Okay, so sitting on the end of your support, or bolster, or your blankets, even if you've got just some firm cushions, or you can have 1 layer of blocks and 1 layer of blanket, that's often really comfortable as well. So you're going to tuck the tailbone under, so come onto the sacrum, lengthen yourself back. Now, can you see, shoulders not on the floor, so just slide, 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 keep sliding until the shoulders are on the floor. And then the corner of the grip is right at the base of the dorsal spine. But you see I've got this nice openness. Don't you ignore my ribs, they just stick out anyway. And then you stretch the legs out onto your support, which hopefully you've placed around the right sort of area. Roll the thighs in towards one another. Let the back of the neck release, let the arms come out to the side. Let your abdomen pull beautifully. Let it feel really nice and broad. Backs of the hands on the floor. And just hang out there. And if you're in shoulder stand, well done, good on you. If you're in your shoulder stand, roll the inner thighs in, extend to the inner heels. Tuck your tailbone under if you're in shoulder stand. Press the elbows down, support your back, walk your hands even further down your back if you're in shoulder stand to support the back. And if you're in your Setabandha Savangasana and if it gets a little bit uncomfortable, you think it's too high, then you can just lift yourself up, take away a layer, come back down. You're almost as good as in Shavasana once you've done that. But for some people, this is plenty. This is enough on the back. So I will allow this. You've still got this nice openness in the chest. Okay. So keep lifting in your shoulder stand. Keep releasing breath into the belly if you're in your Sahajangasana. And then, if you're doing your own practice, you stay for as long as you feel like. So, exactly that. You stay for only as long as you feel like. So, when you're ready, come down and recover. So, roll off your supports. So, if you're in shoulder stand, just come down, pop the brick underneath your head, and just stay for a moment. If you're in the Sahajangasana, you bend your knees, you roll over to one side, and you come up to sitting. Okay, so we'll come to Shavasana now, but I quite like to do a supported Shavasana. It's quite nice. So we've all got bricks. So what I want you to do is put 2 bricks, 2 lengthways, longways bricks there. And then the last one is going to go crossways for your head. And when you come into your Shavasana, so you can just look for a moment and see. When you lie down, this edge here comes into the back of the waist. Don't have it anywhere underneath the waist. So as you lie back, just feel it come into the waist. Lie back over your support. Now, secondly, very importantly, this head brick wants to come up and touch the top of the shoulders so the neck is supported as well. And then, if you need to, keep your knees bent for a moment or two. You can just take your knees wide and let your back still under down, that's all good. And then your back gives you permission to straighten out the legs. But the inner upper arms are up, you see, you've got a nice open chest. You've got a nice openness, the shoulder blades are already tucked under by this little bit of support. And then when you're ready, you can stretch your legs gently out and fall away to the side and relax. So let's take a few moments to just release into the blocks, into the floor. And we're going to take a few nice rounds of Ujjayi Pranayama. So that's long, slow, deep inhalation, long, slow, deep exhalation, slight tension at the top of the breath, lovely natural pause at the end of the breath. So maybe 3, 4, 5 rounds of Ujjayi Pranayama. It's going to really settle deeply into your relaxation. So starting with a nice long slow deep inhalation, take the full inhale, close the glottis slightly, close the throat just a little bit as you inhale, nice long slow deep inhale, nice long little bit of pause at the top of the breath, nice long slow deep exhalation. So I'm going to talk you into your Shavasana, and then I'm just going to turn off my recording so you can stay in your Shavasana for as long as you wish. So start your pranayama if you haven't already. Nice long slow deep inhale. Nice long slow deep exhalation through the nostrils. Each exhalation sinking deeper. Let the tongue rest down. Let the facial muscles release.